Welcome to EDU World Space.
If we know that ABCD is a parallelogram, then it would be true that ED would be congruent to EB because you might say different things and you might be citing specific theorems by number, but it's essentially because diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. That's ultimately the reason. In the second statement, we would know that AB is parallel to CD by the definition of a parallelogram. The definition of a parallelogram is the opposite sides are parallel, and that's what that is. Angle BAD congruent to angle DCB. That is because opposite angles are congruent in a parallelogram. And finally, angle CBD congruent to angle ADB. That would be because BC is parallel to AB, or AD, no, AB, AD. That's the definition of parallelogram. And we have ultimately the answer here. Those angles are congruent because of alternate interior angles are congruent with parallel lines. I'm using a lot of abbreviation here, but hopefully you can follow the ideas. And again, you might say things a little bit differently in class. You might call them something different. But something that's important, number one, is definitely the diagonals bisect. Number two is the definition of a parallelogram. Number three happens to be the property that opposite angles are congruent in a parallelogram. And number four, they are alternate interior angles.